Welcome to your first day of distance learning, fifth grade middle school students. My name is Mr. Mace. Obviously, you know who I am. Just to kind of give you a rundown of what the expectations are for this new way of learning for us, guys. I've talked to a lot of you on Zoom conferencing and on Schoology conferences, and there will be some of those that are going to get accomplished as we move through the next month or so. Hopefully, not much longer than that, but the next month for sure. Um, but I don't know how much live stuff we're going to be doing, guys. So it'll probably be a lot more of this stuff where it is a video that you're going to be watching and trying to take information out of that. We don't want to take the personal side of things out of it, but it's going to be difficult for us to meet every single kid's needs in a live setting over a computer. But we will be available for questions or for face-to-face conversations as much as need be, for sure, during the school day, guys. Don't hesitate to shoot me a Schoology message. I will be monitoring that all day, but more so for sure during the 10 to 3 o'clock hours. If you have questions on homework, please don't hesitate to shoot me a Schoology message. We can set up a FaceTime scenario, Schoology conference, a Zoom meeting, whatever, to get you through that hurdle. Okay. And I expect a lot of questions, especially early on. First off, every single day, we do expect you to log into Schoology. And 10 o'clock is kind of that magic number for us as teachers. The principals and administrators have directed us to make sure that we have information on Schoology ready for you to go at 10 o'clock each morning. And so some of it will be very familiar to us. Some of it will simply be working on Prodigy for about 10 or 15 minutes. Some of it will be some Think Central types assignments, things like that. There will probably be a video or something similar to that for you to watch, or I will tell you when to log on to me and be live and try to introduce our situation at that point. So today is very basic. Just try to get yourself maneuvered around Schoology a little bit. Again, I've been very impressed with what we've been able to accomplish already at this point. But, we want to make sure we are not going too fast here and overwhelming anybody and putting anybody in a stressful situation. I know that I have things that need to be accomplished as a math and science teacher, but I also know that there are 3, 4, 5 other subjects that you guys might be trying to accomplish in the same day. So just be aware that it might seem slow to start with, but hopefully once we get our feet set here, we'll go a little quicker. For this first day or for every day moving forward, guys, my only way to take attendance and make sure that everybody shows up is I have a 3-question brain game, and it'll be one in there every single day that you log into Schoology. And that will be in our math folder, and it'll be under whatever the current day is. So today should be Monday, March 30th. Go into that folder and click on the brain game, and you should have 3 questions to answer. There should be 3 things that we've done already. I think this first one is adding fractions and a little bit of multiplying and some things like that, maybe some ordering. I can't remember exactly what the first one looks like, but doable questions, things that you should be able to do. If you struggle with them, not the end of the world. Make sure you shoot me in a message. Mr. Mace, I'm not sure how to do this one. But realize that those are not being graded. Those are not going into a grade book anywhere. Those are literally just to prove that you logged into Schoology for the day. We will have other things that get graded, other things that get added to a grade book. But in all honesty, guys, we still don't know how the grading is going to work for this distance learning. We're not sure how tests are going to work. We're not sure how any of these things are going to happen. So just bear with us. We're all kind of learning at the same time here. So brain game every day in our math folder. I'm also going to recommend that you continue to look at both folders. For me, at least, math and science. There's going to be probably something in each of those folders. I'm not just going to create one folder in one class simply because I think it's more confusing if I do that. And I've got 2 separate classes of math students, right? So I've got one class that's doing the accelerated route and one class that's doing the on-level route. So I have 2 different lessons that I need to plan for those 2 classes, and I don't want to put them all in the same spot. So math will be in the math spots and science will be in the science spots. This video or videos that I put on here to introduce things will probably be in math, just because I know that the brain game should be the first thing you do each day. Um, in all honesty, guys, I'm kind of excited. I'm excited to try something new, something that I probably wouldn't have done without having to do it. But I want you to realize that I'm excited to help you try and become the best fifth grade student you can be. No matter the subject, no matter what's happening, you guys are getting on the job training right now. You're getting to figure out how to make something happen, even though you don't know how to do it perfectly. And you're going to see firsthand that your teachers are doing the same thing. We are going to try things that are going to fail more than likely. We're going to try things that didn't work the way we intended them to because we're not trained in this. This is a new concept for us. So just bear with us and be willing to communicate because we're going to be willing to communicate with you. I know I always tell you guys to ask questions. I mean, that's the one thing that I mention in my class daily, multiple times a day, and it's going to become even more important right now. You need to ask questions. So at this point, it's going to kind of break off into two topics: science, which is very straightforward, and then for math, you're going to have to listen for what your math requirement is for today. So science is very straightforward, guys. We were working on our planet project. Our planet project is going to be our assignment, really, for science moving forward this week. I would love for you to turn in that presentation on Friday. Okay, that means you've got 5 days. And I would assume, and I've heard from a couple people already who've been working on it over the break and everything else. So, two ways that you can turn that assignment in. One is to just complete the project as you would have as you were going to present it in my class, and that's just simply sharing that assignment with me. One thing I will say is maybe try to share that assignment with everybody in the fifth grade or everybody in our classes, simply so that we can maybe try to do a gallery at some point and let other people see your work as well. Not sure how that's going to work yet, and I'm not sure what to do, but try to play around with that. For sure, share it with me. If you get it turned in by Friday, you're fine. I'm not going to worry about how it got shared, and we'll try to walk our way through what that might look like. And I'll probably give you some better instructions closer till Friday about how to do that. So that's science. There will be some things in the science folders on a day-to-day basis, but those are more fun and more just kind of things to keep you occupied, especially if, for those of us who are going to finish our planet project in probably 1 day or two because you've been working on it already. So that's science for both classes. My on-level students, we are and have started Unit 8 already, which is a geometry unit. The assignments that I have for you, other than the brain game, which is just the attendance piece, there will be an exit ticket. There will be some things to answer about that, but it's also going to be more of the review side of things. We had a worksheet that was due or going to be due on the day we came back, and we don't have that anymore, right? So that should have been, as I look at my wall right now, that should have been 8-7. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put exit ticket 8-7 into the folder today, and you are going to answer the questions that are on there. And so that'll be show me how you turn that in. And we will still continue to kind of review those same concepts that we did before break. It's been almost 3 weeks since we've had an actual class, guys. So a lot of review for us this week. Things I do expect from you on a daily basis: check Think Central. I'll probably put that in my message, but most of our assignments are going to come through Think Central or through Schoology, and those two things are easy for you to get into. Prodigy would be another thing. I'm hoping that with as much time as you guys have right now, and I will continue to update the questions that are being asked of you, that we can answer at least, my goal is 50 questions correct for each person. Okay, each student should be able to answer 50 Prodigy questions. There's no way to keep track, but if you do it this way, if you say, hey, did I answer 10 questions today in 10 minutes? If you do that each day for 5 days, that's 50 questions, right? So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I know there is no tally. There's not going to be a huge demerit if you only get to 45, guys. It's not like I'm going to be looking at that, but I really think with the amount of time you guys have, and those questions are all standards-based questions, that 50 questions on Prodigy a week would be a good benchmark. Obviously, you can do more than that. That's definitely not going to hurt you. And so really the only daily requirement for math is check Think Central, check your Schoology page and math page, and make sure you do that brain game to get credit for having logged into Schoology for the day. Accelerated class, same thing with the brain game. Everybody's going to have that. It's obviously a different brain game for you guys, but it is the same thing, 3 to 5 questions, very straightforward. And we unfortunately just got done taking a test. Not terribly unfortunate, but it is unfortunate in the sense that we really are not going to go back and review. So there will be some actual lesson materials in there. And for today, there is a video or two, and I'm going to add another small little video about volume. And then there is an assignment that's kicking off on Think Central, so please make sure you check that. And there are Prodigy questions. So the same basic idea as my on-level class, it's just going to be a matter of there might be a little bit more of a tutorial involved in yours. So I might look for a second video in your Monday folder. All right. Thank you very much, fifth graders. Like I said, I'm hoping that we can make this work, and I'm sure we will. And let's have fun with it. Let's make sure we're engaged, make sure we're asking questions, and keep things from getting too stressful. Okay. Understand that that's where we're at, and that's where we hope you guys can get that as well. Thank you.